Hey Upsiders, it's Danny Mortel. Join me as we explore Casa Soléa here in Riomonte, Nuvali. Come on in. Perched within the elevated terrain of Riomonte, Nuvali, Casa Soléa brings coastal ease to hillside living. Built on a 488 square meter lot with a floor area of 600 square meters. This 3-story, 5-bedroom tropical modern home offers a tranquil escape where light and air define the experience. Crafted with meticulous attention to detail, the home offers a seamless open layout, an elevator for convenient access to all floors, a heated pool and private sauna for daily indulgence, and premium finishes that exude quiet, contemporary luxury. All right. Upon entering, you will be greeted by this 2.9-meter narrow door and then this very quaint and tranquil foyer. To my right, you will already notice that you have an elevator in this house, which we will be exploring more later on. And to my left, you already see it. So I need to spill the beans right now. You have a gorgeous pool that is waiting for you to enjoy it. All right, let's explore that later on as well. For now, let's head into the main living spaces in the house. First of all, I want to show you the powder room. It smells glorious in here. The scent is beach coconut, if you are curious. I love the colors, I love the vibe, I love the warmth in this space. And actually, this powder room already will give you an idea as to how the rest of the house will look like or feel like. And of course, I want to show you how the smart toilet works. So what happens is when you do that, that happens, right? It opens. And then the second time around, the toilet seat lifts up. And then the third time, it flushes. Beautiful, amazing. And another good thing about this smart toilet is that you can control it using a remote, which is right over here. The smart toilet can also be found in the primary ensuite, which we will be seeing later on. But yes, this is the powder room. Again, very good start to this tour, right? If you agree, let us know in the comments. Now let us head into the main living areas of the house. All right, stop right there. Just look at what's behind me. It is so beautiful in here. If you're wondering why we're calling it Casa Soléa, that is because Sol actually evokes sun, it means sun, and soledad, which means serenity. So it's a mixture of both, right? It really evokes light, it evokes life, and evokes this luxurious, tranquil feeling in the house. So this is Casa Soléa. I'm excited to show you around. Come on. Right, so first and foremost, this living room. This is the first sunken living room that we are seeing in all of our upside home tours, right? This is what I call a conversation pit. It's beautiful. It's just so relaxing in here. Imagine having friends and family over. It's so fun. It's so intimate. It's just so warm and inviting. You also have a huge TV right over here, if you can see. It's 100 inches, okay? Another thing that's striking in this space is the big mirrors over here that has these gold details on them. So a good contrast, but also makes the space even brighter and even larger than what it already is. So there, that is your sunken living room. Next to it is the dining area. So right now it seats 8, yes, but as you can see in the kitchen, you have 4 more seats additionally. But yes, this is such a nice dining area because over here it opens up actually to a back garden, which we'll explore later on perhaps. And then of course, I already mentioned a while ago that you have a pool. So if you step on over here, we've made it to your pool area, your relaxing spot, your private sanctuary, or shall I say, your own piece of Bali. or Australian Gold Coast. I love it here. All right, the pool, some elements that we have to point out, right? Some details. It is chlorine-free. So that makes it very, very safe for you and your kids to enjoy. It is also heated. So in the colder months here in the Philippines, it's not going to be a problem. Even if it's rainy, you can still enjoy your pool. And look how cool, and not actually cool, but very, very warm and relaxing that looks like. I just want to lounge there, get some sun, you know, sip my favorite drink, and it's gonna be a beautiful day every single day. Wow. All right, it's actually 9.2 meters long. So you can do some laps here in the morning or in the afternoon if you like swimming, or, you know, just take a dip, sit down. There's a ledge for that. So if you just want to relax, you can do that as well. You also have a very well manicured garden surrounding this space. So it adds to the zen and the relaxing vibe and the tranquility in this space. All right, here, sorry about the water sounds. There are a lot of water elements in the house, which just makes it even more beach-like, if I may say so myself. You have a dining table over here. You have a barbecue station. So imagine, this is a griller, a full-blown griller, my dream, right? Imagine you have guests over, you have barbecue afternoons, birthday parties, all the works. This house is ready for that. All right, I want to bring you over here because this is very cool. You also have a sauna. So the drill is you go into the sauna and then you dip in the pool, or actually make it pool first and then sauna. Either way, it's still great. So that's a sauna. You have your own sauna. You don't have to leave this house anymore. And then right next to it is a shower area. Now, the house still has to, has to have some finishing touches. So there's some light fixtures that needs to be installed in here. But overall, so beautiful, and everything is really ready for you to enjoy. We'll explore that area behind the house later on, but for now, let's head back inside. Right, we're now inside, and I want to mention to you that your windows are actually double glazed, and across the entire house, you have security screens. So they close up like this, and they're of really, really good quality. Another thing that closes up very easily, if I may add, are the curtains. So I just gave it a little nudge, and what's happening now is that it's closing on its own. So all the windows here are ready for this motorized curtain. So the device is already installed in each of the windows of the house, so it's ready for you. Okay, you can also open it back just by giving it a nudge. Okay, here we go. There you have it. It's opening up. That is so satisfying. And while we're looking up, actually, I want to mention that the ceiling height from this point here is 9.6 meters. Wow. Through and through, up to the 3rd level. And also, while we're looking up, you will notice that you have those beautiful rattan light fixtures that we will admire even more when we get to the 2nd level of the house, which I'll show you later on. Okay, now going back to the 1st level, I think it's time for you to see the kitchen. Welcome to your kitchen. Look at this gorgeous beast. I'm saying beast because this kitchen is fitted with everything that you need. I'm actually tiptoeing a little bit right now because this counter is quite tall, right? But let me show you the elements in this kitchen. Of course, you have your stovetop over here, and then your range hood is right here. So all you have to do is press that button and it will reveal itself. Cool, right? While that's happening, I also want to point out that you have a deep fryer. Look at this. Okay, let's turn that off so that There you go. There. So that's your range hood. Okay, going back, you have a deep fryer over here. This is the first time ever that I'm seeing a house with this feature. Okay, so if you have kids in your household who love their fries or anything fried, might as well do it yourself so you know what ingredients you have in those snacks. All right, so that's the beast that is this countertop space. And then to put that in there, just have to hold the button again. Okay, you also have your oven, which is right here, right? A lot of storage solutions. Over here to my right, you have this big sink, and the cool feature that it has is that it can be closed up to the brim, like so. So I'm thinking you can use this as added countertop space when you're not using the sink. So it's very efficient. All right, you have the gold details, you have sintered stone all across, just like the feature in the living room, if you remember. And then what else? Of course, you have storage solutions up top, soft closing cabinets, you have double door fridge over here. All right, you have a wine fridge, and the newest feature, the most refreshing feature of this kitchen, and why I call it a beast, is that you have below zero gear fridge right here in your own kitchen. Beautiful. And then of course, I mean, you can already see it. You have a wine display rack of sorts, which I think is very beautiful. It's space saving, right? It doesn't have its own little cabinet or big cabinet. It's just this magnificent art piece, if I may say so myself. It's very well lit as well. So there, this is your kitchen, right? It really functions well. Again, I mentioned a while ago that you have 4 additional seats here. If you have a lot of guests over, that is not a problem. All right, and then I want to show you that on top of that, right, you also have a service kitchen. Welcome to your service kitchen. This service kitchen is very well thought out. Why? I will show you why. So you have big sinks, you have your stovetop over here, you have a griddle right here for steaks, for burgers, everything. This is so good. You also have this pot filler. So if you have a pot here, you don't have to go from the sink to this space with your heavy pot. You can fill up the pot with water right here. This is what that's for. Cool, right? I also love the backsplash that they used for this service kitchen. It almost feels like it's not the service kitchen, if you know what I mean. It's not the typical service kitchen. You also have seating here inside the service kitchen, and it looks out to your main living area, which I really love. Okay, so this door, before we head back inside, this door leads you to the service area. And to my left, going that way, you will have access to your staff rooms with their own toilet and shower. And then, of course, your vehicle carports, which we'll explore later on. And then this way will be, if you remember, right, the pool side, and then some spaces for maintenance for the pool and such. All right, that's your service area. If you need this to be maybe an additional laundry space, that could be that too, but you have a designated laundry room on the 3rd level of the house, which I'm very excited to show you. All right, that is it for your service kitchen and your service area. Now it is time to head on upstairs. Let's go. Okay. All right, let's make our way upstairs. And while we're doing that, I want to point out that this is a feature that I absolutely admire. It is a textured wall panel. It's very simple, but it really adds personality to the staircase. It's just beautiful. Another feature that I find really cool and a modern take to the Jalousie windows is this over here. So typically, if you have a Jalousie, right, if you have Jalousies, they don't have the screens, but this one is already installed with a screen, and might I add, security screens as well. So this opens up, and then you will feel the breeze coming in. And it is also here up top. Cool, right? Okay, let's head on upstairs. Okay, we've made it to the second level of the house, and the first feature that I want to show you, amongst a lot of features on this level, is this gate over here. So you have a gate that will secure the second level of your house. So that's added security for you and your family. So open that up, and it looks like this. Wonderful. All right, several rooms on this level. The first one being on my left through this door over here. If you'd like to follow me. This is the first bedroom on this level. As you can see, it has a custom double deck. It is actually any kid's dream to have this sort of bed over here. So if you have two little kids in your family and they want to share a room, this is perfect for them. This is made for two boys, as you can see with the colors. But what I really like about this is that you have a lot of storage space over here. So it's very intelligently used right there. Right now, you have a lot of toys and some personal items that's owned by the kids. But as it is, actually, I want to go upstairs myself and feel how cozy it is up here. But yeah, this is made for two kids. They also have a desk over here, a shared desk, right? And then a nice carpet on the floor, some storage space over here, and of course, they also have their own toilet and shower. Come on in here. I really love the colors in this ensuite, to say the least. It's light blue, the tiles are light blue, and then contrasted with this off-white tiles on the floor. You also have very premium finishes in this ensuite. You have gold faucet, and then the bidet is also gold, and the trimmings on this is also gold. So we have a semi-enclosed, and I say semi because there's no door, which actually in my opinion saves a lot of space, because as you can see, you have this much space for that, but they left it open, so that's very intelligent as well. If you like to come in here, if you have space to come in here, I really love this detail right here. So you have a glimpse of, you know, the personalities of the kids who are going to use this bathroom. I have a red duck over there. So yes, this is the shower area for your kids. And then they also have their cabinets here for their things and, you know, their clothes and such. But again, you have a lot more space in here for creativity, just, you know, their own space. I think it's very important that they have their own space as well growing up. All right, so that's the first bedroom on this level. Let's proceed to the next one. But before I show you the next bedroom, I also want to point out this feature right here. Very, very cool. It doesn't even seem like there's anything behind these doors, but there is actually a closet for your shoes. So there's a shoe cabinet here. I mean, alternatively, you can use this as a linen closet, but as it is, I think it would be perfect for your shoes, right? So that's right there. And then walking down this hallway, you'll notice the beautiful and relaxing view you have of Mount Makiling. Actually, look out there, you will see it. Beautiful. The sunset hour looking out at Mount Makiling here is beautiful. It's just breathtaking. All right, let's proceed to the next room, which is right through this door. By the way, all doors are Nara, solid Nara wood, so it's beautiful and really, really of good quality. All right, similar to the first bedroom, but this is smaller than the first one that I showed you. But this obviously is pink and the other one is blue, but it also has this feature similar to the first one that I showed you. Again, you have stairs here that actually doubles as storage. So as you can see, there's already some toys in here. And then of course the bed is right there. And then underneath, your kids can have a play area. Alternatively, you can opt to make this another bed like the first one, right? But this one in particular, they opted for a play area or a space where your kids, you know, can maybe paint or read or study. But for studying, there is a desk over here. So this is the workstation, the study desk for this kid. All right, and then more storage solutions here. And I want to show you the ensuite. Okay, this is so cute. Another one that I really love. So the first one you saw, it was blue, right? The tiles were blue in light blue color. This one is, I would say, it's not too pink. It's more purplish than pink. I don't know how it registers on the camera, but in real life, it seems a little purplish to me. It's just the right color. And then you also have this rubber ducky. I love this element over here, this detail. And then, of course, similar trimmings and finishings compared to the first ensuite that I showed you. The cabinets are also here in the ensuite. So there is that. Gorgeous. I can imagine growing up here as a kid. It's just the space of my dreams. Oh, might I forget, you also have this ceiling fan in both rooms. So it's a wooden ceiling fan, but it's in white, so you can barely notice it. So it's good for air ventilation as well. Right, so that's the second bedroom on this level. Next up, I know you can already see a glimpse of what's behind there, but I'll show you more of that later on and more of what's outside later on. But for now, I want to show you the primary suite. Are you ready? Come on, follow me. All right, welcome to your primary suite. Look at this. This is really where I can tell you that this is Australian Gold Coast at its finest, right? This is a California king-size bed, and it makes me want to jump in and relax already. The look and the vibe of this primary suite makes me feel like I'm right by the beach. I really feel like that's the ocean right there. But instead of the ocean, we have a view of beautiful landscapes, Mount Makiling and such. But still, that's gorgeous. You have blackout curtains here, so don't worry about the amount of sun coming into your room. That's not a problem. Of course, this is also electric, as with all the other curtains. When you open your windows up fully, the breeze is gonna come in and it's just phenomenal. All right, so there's that. You have Soléa details all around. So it's really like Australian Gold Coast meets Bali meets Filipino, and I'm all for it. You also have your wooden ceiling fan up top for more wind, or if you don't want the AC on, that's an option for you. You have your television unit here. And then right through this, I really want to bring you in here already, is your walk-in closet and your office space. So if you remember, I pointed out that you had a little glimpse of what's through this big glass window over here, and actually it is your office space, or might I say a vanity space. Why not also? But you have another vanity space behind me. But yes, this is formally your office. But if you don't want to see through the glass window, you can close it up like so. Isn't that cool? There. So for more privacy, if you want to hide from your kids, that's the secret there. All right. So you have a huge desk and some storage solutions underneath, but I actually prefer it open. Let's open it up like that. So easy. That gets me every time. I want that for our own house. So yeah, that is your office or desk space. And then on the other side, you have an IKEA closet system. Look at this. So this is a walk-in closet. You have all of the space you need for your things. So this can be your space, and then this could be your partner's space or your spouse's space, or actually this could be just yours, right? So you have drawers, you have shelves, you have everything again that you might need. And what's good about this is, since it's an IKEA closet system, you can customize it further depending on what you will be needing in the future. So I love that. This is also a bench that doubles as more storage, so that's perfect. And I mentioned earlier that you have a vanity, a formal vanity space. This is that for you. I love that they already added these lights girls, ladies, if you know how that means, you know what that means for us, it's very, very important. Okay, so that is your walk-in closet. You have more storage over here for your linens. And then I want to show you the grandeur that is your primary ensuite. So behind me, you have a dipping tub. I want to call this a scrubbing tub just because I feel like I would sit in here and I would take my time and give myself the love that I need. Alone time, perhaps. Yes, very relaxing. There's a lot of details in this ensuite. Firstly, you have these beautiful mosaic tiles. I think this is where the Bali comes in terms of inspiration. And I cannot stop thinking about the meticulous, hard work that was put in to these tiles over here. They're just gorgeous. I can stare at them. I mean, you can stare at them while you're in the tub, right? Lovely. And then you have these beautiful sintered stone. Basically comparing it to the sintered stone that you have in the kitchen and also in the living space downstairs. It's the same one. Of course, might I forget the double sinks that you have here, and they're huge, right? They're huge sinks. I mean, one can be good for two people, but one is not enough. There are two in here, so no fighting will be happening in this ensuite. You have more storage space over here for your daily essentials as well. I really love the gold touches and the finishes across the entire house. It really makes everything more luxurious. All right, and then of course I'm going to show you your shower area. So this is your enclosed shower area right here. Same with a sintered stone. And I love that you can sit here if you want to, spend more time in the shower. And also, as we age, maybe we might need a space for sitting in the shower. So that would be very, very helpful. And I appreciate the fact that the toilet is actually separate. So open it up like that. And there you have your smart toilet system. Gorgeous. All right, so that is your primary ensuite. Again, a lot of elements, but everything just complements each other very well. And that's really what I am loving about this house. All right, after this, I want to lead you outside and show you the balcony, the first balcony in the house. Right. So exiting the primary suite and opening this sliding door up, you will have a space to breathe your fresh air here in Riomonte, Nuvali. And this is what I was talking about. We do not have the ocean by us, but we do have a view of Laguna de Bay over there. I'm not sure what mountain that is, but I'm sure that the Mount Makiling is right here. So if the clouds are clear, you will have a very, very phenomenal view of Mount Makiling. So going back to this balcony space, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of room in here. You have this day bed right here. If you pull this out, right, you can, enjoy a relaxing time with your family, with your kids, even your friends and family when they're over. Have your wine at night, maybe coffee in the morning. Really anything that you would like to do here in the balcony. Just breathe fresh air and recenter for the rest of your day maybe, but also start the day here could be a great idea. So that is the first balcony. Later on, I will be showing you another one, but for now, that's that. Okay. Also, I want to show you that you can close it up using this security screen door there. So if you want the fresh air to come in, the second level, this is great for that. Okay, we just close this right there. Okay. Before we head upstairs, I also want to mention that the floors on this level are engineered bamboo floors. And if you're thinking about Wi-Fi and connectivity, that is not a problem because you have Wi-Fi routers on each level of this house. So that's perfect. All right, time to head upstairs and also time to use our elevator. All right, here we are. I'll see you on the 3rd level.
Door closing.
All right, we have made it to the 3rd level of the house and we did it very quickly. If I may say so myself, this elevator is quite fast compared to the other home elevators that I've tried in the past. And also, the motor for this elevator was imported from Italy and the electronics were imported from Japan. Also, do not worry, it's safe for your kids. It has added security features for them as well. Okay, on this level, I have a few rooms that I want to show you, but before that, before I forget as well, I want to show you and point out and talk a little bit about the foyer on this level. You also had a foyer on the 2nd level, but I wasn't able to discuss it much. But I really want to point out that I love how it differentiates every level of the house. So if you're doing this house, right, you can personalize this obviously, but right now I love that there is a touch of, you know, mindfulness on every level. For this level, there is a word here that says reliance. It says to give oneself over in total reliance on God Almighty and to place absolute trust in Him over all of one's affairs and livelihood. And then the 2nd level, it was a different word. So I don't know, I just wanted to point out how very mindful and zen that makes me feel as well. That's a Bali touch right there. And on my left, there is a big window and Mount Makiling is right there saying hi to you. But also want to point out that you can add some curtains over here because the device for the automated curtains is already installed and ready for you as well. Okay, a few spaces on this level. First and foremost is this right here. This is a big balcony. And this space makes me very happy because there are already some gym equipment here. So again, the sale of this house includes everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. So all the gym equipment are also included in the sale of this house. So you have a rowing machine here, some weights over here, and then you have a beautiful table situated in the center. So I imagine having guests over and your family and friends over and you enjoy the fresh air that Riomonte Nuvali can offer you. And of course, the majestic views as well. Look at that. From this space, actually, there is a door that will bring you into the first room on this level that I want to show you, which is actually a guest bedroom. All right, so this is a guest bedroom, or alternatively, it can be another room that your family might need. If you have seniors in the house, this could be their room. Why? Because it is very close or very near the elevator, so getting here won't be a problem for them. Right now, there's no mattress on the bed frame, but of course there will be. It's just coming right up. But I really love the elements here in this bedroom as well. It's very simple, but the details are well thought out. If you remember, okay, this detail right here, I just noticed, is the same detail as the mosaic tiles in the primary ensuite, and I love that it was repeated here, but on a different note, if I may say so myself. There you go, love it. This could be where your television unit can go, but I mean, as it is, it's just lovely. So you have storage solutions here, and of course, you have an ensuite for this bedroom as well. So similar finishes across the entire house for all the bathrooms. But the difference is, of course, the accent wall. Each bathroom just has different tiles. This one is also mosaic tiles, but in different color. I love it. It's like a faint or blush pink, almost like rose gold. Beautiful. And then, of course, your shower is here. Gold details, of course, as well. Okay. that is it for your guest bedroom. Let's head on outside through this door and I'll show you the rest of the third level. Okay, starting off with the laundry room. Welcome to your laundry room. Look at this space. Now this is a laundry room that was well thought out. I mean, I can stay here all day. I'd be glad to do the laundry in here. So you have your high-end, top-of-the-line LG washing machine, washer dryer. It can wash your bed linens, actually. So really good quality. And then right here you have a sink. You have storage, right? The hangers are already ready here. So there is a provision for where you can hang your wet clothes as well, maybe, or if you're drying your clothes, there's more space here for that. I love that there is so much light that's spilling in to the laundry room as well. And if you open this up, right, this is a security screen, open this up and you have, wow, that breeze, see? So if you have, or if you need to dry more clothes and such, there's breeze coming in and it's not gonna be a problem. I love this laundry room. I can go on and on, but there's really more to see aside from this. So, but yeah, definitely one of my favorite laundry rooms that I've seen so far. Okay, let's head on into this space over here, which is your family room. This is such a great space for intimate gatherings, conversations, movie nights. I mean, you have this big television unit over here. But if this is not enough for you, I actually did not get to mention a while ago while we were at the balcony that you have a projector out there. So if you want to have movie nights with fresh air, right? The breeze of Nuvali, do it right there. It's perfect. Popcorn, fun snacks, everything, all the works. So cool. All right, going back to the family room, of course, you have your sofa here. You can play games here, board games, have friends over. It's such a fun space. I already imagine your kids having so much fun with their friends here. I mean, you also have a view of this. Look at this. From here, right? Again, with Mount Makiling, I think this house is really Mount Makiling's friend. Mount Makiling is really the star of the show here. I mean, aside from the beautiful architecture and the elements here in this house, looking out, it marries beautifully. The nature outside and what's inside, everything's just perfect. All right, that's your family room. There is another room that I want to show you. It's actually right over here. Okay, so right now it's empty, so you can imagine it to be whatever you want it to be. I suppose maybe you'd like to make it an office, right? It's not a problem if you're coming all the way from downstairs. There is an elevator and it's quite fast, so it's gonna be very convenient for you as well. Alternatively, it can be a study room or an added or an additional bedroom for your family because it has its own ensuite as well. So you have your sink, your toilet, and your shower area, and an eclectic wall with mosaic tiles as well. I love it. Different rooms, different personalities. It's just, I think this house really gives me the energy of, okay, I can be anyone that I want to be in this house. This house is welcoming, this house is warm and fun and filled with light and love. I think that's really the energy that I'm getting from this house. I mean, look at this space. Look at this. This is very Bali to me. It's a space where I can probably just sit and read, you know, if I want to be alone in the middle of the day. This is another space for that. All right, that is it for the third level of the house, and I think it's now time to bring you outside. Come on. All right, we've made it to the exteriors of your house, which is the front door, which actually faces east right now, and we have a water feature over here, which is a koi pond, very relaxing. As you can see, it's raining right now, but it adds to the zen, to the relaxing, tranquil vibes in this house. It's just perfect. You also see through the breeze blocks over there, your pool, which I showed you earlier today. Okay, now we are making our way to your 4-vehicle carport. Very spacious, as you can see. And this also features an EV charger ready for you to use. Okay, a few cool elements that I want to discuss here in your carport. Starting off with this very meticulous water filtration system. I'm going to try my best to explain it to you, okay? So basically, this whole system alone costs 1.5 million pesos. So this is the clear water pool systems. You have an ozonator over here. You have mineral pure. You have a 4-step filtration system. And you also have a salt-free solution to hard water, which is a water softener. Wow, this is the first time I'm hearing about this, but hear me out, okay? On top of that, you also have this machine over here, which makes sure that the water pressure across the entire house is consistent. So usually what happens is, if a lot of showers are on, right, and a lot of faucets are on, the water pressure fluctuates and it's not consistent. This right here makes sure that it's consistent all throughout, even if all the faucets are turned on at the same time. Now, what is the clear water pool system for? So basically what this whole system does for you is that it makes sure that all the water in your house that comes out of all the faucets, yes, even the shower, is drinkable. And it's the same system that is used for the pool, which makes it chlorine-free. And so that also, the pool water is drinkable. Isn't that cool? Very cool. All right, so that is the water system that I wanted to show you and, talk a little bit about. Next up, I want to point out that you have a driver's room over here with its own toilet and shower. And then this room right here is your electric room, which houses your genset and your AVR. And if you remember, through this gate actually is already your access to the service area, which has your staff rooms. And then you have access to your service kitchen and the back of your house. Additionally, your water filtration system also for the pool. Now, let's talk a little about the exteriors of this house. As you can see, it has an amazing curb appeal. It's all white, but it's finished with stucco paint, which is made to last for over 10 years. And speaking of being made to last, this house is also made to last. Talking about the bones of this house, they used engineered floor blocks and I-beams, which are designed to withstand 8.5 magnitude earthquakes and 400 km/h winds, which makes it perfect for Riomonte, Nuvali because of its rolling terrain and high elevation. So you have nothing to worry about. By the way, if you like how this house was built and you would love to reach out to the builders, all you have to do is reach out to Team Upside through the link down below. Again, this house is currently on the market and price of which is indicated in the description box below. So if you like what you see, all you have to do is reach out to Team Upside through the number flashing on your screen to schedule a private viewing. Now, are you a property owner looking to sell your home? Well, look no further than Upside. Just send us an email and let our team of real estate experts take out the stress of selling your properties with your best interest at heart. And there you have it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like these tours, please let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. Please also subscribe to this channel, follow us on our socials, and visit our website so we can show you how to hashtag live life on the upside. This has been Danny, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!